Now since we have y square term, we can say that your shear stress variation is parabolic. So let us determine the value of shear stress at the salient points. Now at y equal to 0, that is at the extreme point from the neutral axis, we have your shear stress tau is equal to 0. Also at neutral axis, that is at y equal to h, or I may say b by 2, your shear stress comes out to be 4f upon b to the power 4 multiplied by your 3b into y, which is b by 2, minus 4y square, so b by 2 square. So on simplifying, we have the shear stress at neutral axis is equal to 4f upon b to the power 4 into this, we have 3 by 2 of b square minus this b square, and this term will be 4, so 4 and 4 gets cancelled, so we have b square. So 3 by 2 of b square minus b square will be equal to 1 by 2 of b square, and the 2 term will get cancelled with this 4, and we'll have your shear stress at neutral axis equal to 2f upon b square. Now we know the value of b is equal to root 2 of a. So upon substituting the value of b in terms of a in this equation, we get your shear stress at neutral axis is equal to 2f upon b square, which is root 2 of a square. Now this is equal to f by a square. Now a square is nothing but the area of this square cross section. So I may write this as f upon a, where your capital A is area of the square cross section. Now we know by the definition, f by a is nothing but your mean stress tau mean. So we see that the shear stress of the neutral axis is tau mean. So that implies your shear stress will be maximum at some layer between y equal to 0 to y equal to h, which is b by 2. So to determine the location of this layer at which your shear stress is maximum, so we have your tau is maximum at y equal to 3 by 8 of b. So your tau max will be given as 4f upon b to the power 4 into 3b into 3 by 8 of b, which is nothing but y, minus of 4 into y square, so again 3 by 8 of b square. So upon simplification, we have 4f upon b to the power 4 multiplied by 9 by 8 of b square minus, we have this 4 multiplied by 3 square is 9 upon 8 square is 64 into b square. So 4 and 64 gets cancelled, and here we have 16. So we have 4f by b to the power 4 into 9 by 8 of b square minus 9 by 16 of b square. So 9 by 8 b square minus 9 by 16 of b square, this is half of this. So we have 4f by b to the power 4 into half the value, which is 9 by 16 of b square. So this 4 and this gets cancelled. So we finally get your value of maximum shear stress tau max as 9 by 4 of f by b square. If I substitute the value of b in terms of a, we get this as 9 by 4 into f by square root of 2 into a whole square. Now this is equal to 9 by 8 of f upon a square. Now we see your a square is the area of the cross section, so we can write your tau max is equal to 9 by 8 of f by a, which is nothing but 9 by 8 of tau mean, since your f by a is your mean shear stress. Now we see this 9 by 8 is greater than 1, hence your tau max is greater than tau mean. So now we have calculated the shear stress at a layer where your shear stress is maximum as well as at the neutral axis. So now let's plot the shear stress variation diagram. So this is your shear stress variation diagram. We have zero shear stress at the two extreme point from the neutral axis, and your shear stress is maximum at a distance 3 by 8 of B from both the two vertex, that is from the top and from the bottom, and the shear stress at the neutral axis or centroidal xx axis is tau mean, which is less than that of your tau max. So this was your first answer. Now the ratio of maximum shear stress and mean shear stress we have already found out, and this is tau max by tau min will be equal to 9 by 8. So this is your second answer. So with this, a problem is solved. Thanks for watching in 5 minutes.